What's up people, welcome to this video guys. So in this video guys, we're gonna be talking about if Mobile Legends is dying. Okay, people tend to ask me this a lot more often now than what it used to be a couple of months ago, and well, you can definitely gonna see correlation between people asking it and well, the game kind of dying. So usually when people ask me, BluePanda, what do you think, what's your opinion if Mobile Legends is dying or not? And then I usually answer yes and no, because one part of Mobile Legends is dying. Okay, I will be explaining why. I will be showing statistics, okay, and one part is not dying, okay, and this will not be any hate to Mobile Legends. I love Mobile Legends, and no hate towards that. This will just be my opinion and also stats on Mobile Legends. So first of all, like I said, yes and no. So let me explain what I mean by that. When I say that Mobile Legends is dying, I mean that Europe, Mobile Legends in Europe, Mobile Legends in USA, Mobile Legends in basically any country except for like Malaysia and the Philippines and kinda Indonesia as well, they are dying, okay? While when I'm saying no, I mean that Indonesia, Philippines and like Malaysia, they're still kind of alive, okay? They are not really dying, but I will be showing statistics that they are actually kind of dying a bit, but definitely not at the same rate as like in other countries, okay? So I will be talking about why I think the game has died a bit in like different countries, and maybe why they didn't get as big in other countries except for Indonesia and stuff like that. So first of all, here you have some stats which I told you I would show you. So here you can see, here you have basically a small map of Mobile Legends over, like this is the entire world searches for Mobile Legends, and here you can see in the beginning basically where it started, 2016, like August, so it's basically 2 years ago. You can see it's slowly going up here, okay? 100 is the max. You can see it going up, going up, going up. Here it hits its peak at 2017 December, well, late December, okay? Here is the peak, basically half a year ago, okay? And ever since then it has kept going down, and currently is at 64 out of 100, okay? So 40%, well, in a half year is gone, okay? So there you can see proof that it is dying, okay? Let's jump over to USA, okay? Here you can see a different type of growth. You can see it kind of immediately here, well, basically at December 2016, it kind of hits half of it already. We keep going here to, well, 2017 July, and it hits its peak, and then it drops down again to like 50, and it keeps staying at 50 up until now. So basically it hasn't increased, it hasn't really decreased, it has stayed kind of the same, dropped by a bit in now basically 2 years, okay? And then here we have Indonesia, okay? You can see this is a different type of like search rate. You can see here it goes very slowly up, very slowly. We're already surpassed July of 2017, keeps growing, and this is why, because in Indonesia it just kept growing, okay? So many people played it, and it just kept growing and growing and growing. You can see here 2017 of December, half a year ago, it hits its peak, and it hits its peak yet again at 2018 in February. Then it drops down to well, June of 2018, basically a month ago, and then you can see it just a huge drop to 45, huge drop, okay? Mad drop. I honestly have no idea what happened here, but it basically, like, look at it, it's at the same search rate in 2018 as it was basically almost a year ago, okay? A year is completely gone. I'm not completely sure what just happened here, okay? So basically this actually surprised me, okay? Because I didn't think it would drop this big in Indonesia, okay? So now my answer is actually going over a bit more to yes, okay? Because I can see here in Indonesia, where Mobile Legends has been as the biggest, has also been dying quite a lot, and just the recent month, okay? So it is mind-blowing, okay? So I'm gonna be talking about my opinion right now on basically what I think, what has been happening. First of all, the game, like I said, has been existing for 2 years, which is kind of a long lifetime for a mobile game, which is great, okay? It's been living for so long, and now it's starting to dying very recently, and in different countries a bit sooner than later, and later than sooner, whatever. So in Indonesia it just recently started dying, while in Europe and USA it has been dying for quite a while, okay, and it never was that big in USA or in Europe or in any other country except for like Indonesia, Malaysia or Philippines. It has never really been big there. And one reason why Mobile Legends is dying is because when Mobile Legends was published, okay, it was basically almost the only MOBA game on mobile, okay. We did have one other game, but it had its own style. While this MOBA had the usual MOBA, okay. You have 3 lanes, you know, very similar to League of Legends and like Dota and stuff like that. So people love that, okay. It was basically one of the only games out there, okay. But now it's been 2 years, okay. A lot of different MOBAs has been dropped on mobile, okay, and people obviously have switched to them. So that is one reason why Mobile Legends has been dying and maybe haven't grown as fast, because there's now a lot of different MOBAs which people are like, they're comparing them, like say, oh, I like these heroes more, I like what this game is like stands for and what they're doing more. So obviously Mobile Legends has a lot more competition than what it had in the beginning. And here's another reason why people think that Mobile Legends is dying, which I can kind of agree on. First of all, unbalanced heroes. Mobile Legends tend to have very unbalanced heroes, okay. A few people might say, well, they have balanced heroes. No, okay, they're trying to have balanced heroes. No hate to Mobile Legends, they are trying, okay, but it's hard to have balanced heroes when they put out a new hero every other week, okay. Trying to balance them out, like it's impossible, okay, especially when you have old heroes which are still very, very overpowered, okay, like Fanny, okay. I'm not completely sure how strong Fanny is at the current time, okay, because I haven't played Mobile Legends so much lately, okay, so I don't really know how strong she is, but I know a couple of months ago she was still very, very strong and has been strong from the very, very beginning, okay. So like I said, unbalanced heroes, and people are always complaining as well about the matchup. People are saying, well, the matchup is unbalanced, which I mean, I can agree on that, some parts, but as well not, okay. But yes, that's one reason why people think it's dying, unbalanced matchups and heroes. Okay, another reason is people are saying that they are having very, very laggy servers, which, I mean, I can't really agree on it, because I have never had any problem really with lag on my original server. When I played on the advanced server, I lagged insanely much. It was super unfair, like, let's not even talk about that the advanced server only exists for like Indonesia, Malaysia and Philippines. First of all, like that's just pure up bullshit, okay? Let's not even talk about that. But when I played on my original server, Europe 2, I never really lagged, unless I played against people from Russia, which in my opinion doesn't really make sense, because they're very close to Sweden, so why are we lagging when we're playing at them? Maybe they're playing at another server, so I don't really know, but every time I matched up against Russians, I lagged. Unless, okay, and if I didn't, I never lagged, okay, unless I played with like people from other servers, but that's my fault, okay. I know if I'm gonna play with this guy, I will lag, so it's just my fault if I lag. But if I just play with like friends which is on my same server, I won't lag, okay. I never had really a problem with lag, unless it was problem with my internet, or if I played like against people on Russia, which yes, that is kind of sad that happens. But I know a lot of people are lagging a lot, okay. I know people from different countries which is currently all the time when they're playing having around 200 ms, which I can see that's no fun, okay. And if you play the game like every day for so long and you're always lagging, you will get tired of it eventually, okay. So I can understand that reason, okay. Another reason why people think Mobile Legends is dying and why they have left Mobile Legends is because of rigged events, okay? I talked about this in an earlier video, what I think about a rigged event, if Mobile Legends has rigged events or if Mobile Legends is rigged, and the answer I came up with is yes, okay? Mobile Legends is rigged in a way, with getting heroes, skins and everything. It's just rigged, okay? This is a thing which I don't really get why they have done it. I think people would, I mean, in a money thinking way, that Mobile Legends would probably have earned more money not having like the events rigged, okay, because people would be spending, because they knew, okay, if I spend like a few dollars or just a few diamonds in the game, I still have a chance of getting it, okay. But Mobile Legends have events where you only can go ahead and get like the skin if you buy up until the end. people are not gonna do it. Like, people are not gonna buy it, okay? So that's why people are left it, because they're like they're getting all these skins into the game, but they can't buy it because it is in some kind of a rigged event, okay? I have never understood that. Because it is rigged, okay? You can't really deny that. I have never seen anyone get a skin early on in Lucky Box event or in the Magic Wheel, okay? You always get them last, okay? That is like, that's no joke, okay? Another reason people have been leaving Mobile Legends and why Mobile Legends is dying is that heroes are very, very hard to buy only with battle points, okay? Because a new hero costs 32,000 battle points, okay? And I don't really know how long it takes you to actually farm up to 32,000 battle points, but I know it takes a while, okay? Especially that they're pumping out new heroes like every other week, like I mentioned before. It's impossible for someone who's playing free-to-play to get a lot of heroes. It's just impossible, and you also need your battle points to upgrade your emblem set. So it's just like insanely unfair to free-to-play players, okay? If you're a pay-to-play player, on the other hand, which I mentioned in my Mobile Legends rigged video, you can just buy any hero. Like, if you have a lot of money, it doesn't really matter to you. You can buy any hero and a skin, and you will definitely have an advantage in the game. So basically what I'm saying right here, okay? There you have a couple of reasons why Mobile Legends has been dying, okay, in my opinion and in others' opinion. In Europe, in USA, well, basically every other country except Indonesia, Malaysia, and like Philippines, Mobile Legends is basically close to being dead already, while in Indonesia, Malaysia, and Philippines it's still alive, but as we saw in the stats earlier, it is dying, okay? Which I think it's sad, okay? I have loved Mobile Legends, but they have definitely made some mistakes, okay? And I'm definitely not someone who knows everything, no, okay? This is just my opinions, why I think it has been dying, and my answer if I think it's dying. So yeah, guys, I want you to comment down below what you think about Mobile Legends dying, what you think about it, and how you feel about it, okay? Because I know people will be taking this in a lot of different ways. They might even be hurt, I don't even know. Just comment that down below. Let's go and start a conversation about this. I hope we'll see you next video, guys, but as always, thank you for watching.
Always my companions. Healing for everyone. Healing for everyone. An enemy has been slain. Healing prayers for you. Healing for everyone. Legendary. Knowledge and faith are always my companions. You destroy the turret. Healing for everyone. You destroy the turret. Wherever I go, pain, please. Our base is under attack has been slain. Healing for everyone. Monster kill.